Hello there guys. Right, this is going to be a really short video because I want to make sure that people watch it. The general idea of this video is just to say most renounced contracts are scams. So ages ago I made videos saying how to find decent tokens on the ape tool. I talked about renouncing being a good thing because it locks people out of the contract so they can't use dodgy functions. But I'm doing a complete 180 on that because these days only scammers tend to renounce. They renounce the contract to give you a false sense of confidence and security that it's going to be genuine, but then they leave a back door. So I've just done a video on this token, Shibatron. It is a scam and it has got a fake renounce. So if we go over to the contract itself and we just go and read contract, you'll see that the owner is the 0 address and it's down here as well. So the contract is renounced, but inside the contract, it's got some really dodgy functions that stop you from being able to sell the token. It also puts the fee up to ridiculous amounts as well. And the dev's just stolen 25 grand and he won't stop at that. He will continue stealing because lots of people are buying. But if we go into the actual contract itself, you can see that there are modifiers. So the standard modifier is only owner. There's no reason that only owner means it's genuine, and we could call this anything we want. It's just been adopted as the default. But this is a default modifier that says the wallet called the owner must be the person that calls the function, the message sender, on this particular function if it's tagged with only owner modifier. So for instance, the owner is the only person that can trigger this function, transfer ownership. No one else can trigger that function. It has to be the wallet that's called the owner. Now, when you renounce, what you're doing is transferring ownership from the owner to the dead address, like 0x000. Now, because you don't own the dead address, that means that you and nobody else is able to trigger this function. So that's what renouncing does. It stops you from triggering functions that are only owner tagged. But bear in mind that this isn't something that means what I've just said. It's just that's the way it's used by default, but we could use it for anything. This only owner could say only my wallet can trigger this function regardless of whether it's renounced or not. So you need to dig a little bit deeper. But in this contract, he is using the only owner I would expect, but he's also using this modifier, only dev. And this is saying the person that calls the function, which is what that means, is the wallet that's been labelled as fee address. Now he has got a wallet that's been labelled fee address, but it's marked as private, so you can't see it. So we don't see that wallet in this contract. But if we go to the transactions, there is something called SBot, which is a function that can only be triggered by the wallet which is only dev. So we know for certain that the wallet that is only dev is this wallet here because that's the wallet that triggered that function. So we know that this wallet is being used by a scammer as a backdoor on this contract. So I'm going to cut this one short now because I know that a lot of people don't bother watching the longer videos. But the simple message of this video is, these days, if a contract is renounced, it probably means that it is a scammer trying to fool you into thinking it is safe. It is very rare for a genuine developer to renounce a contract because it means you are locked out and you can't adjust the tokenomics in order to keep the token healthy. So genuine developers do not renounce. However, scammers almost always renounce and they leave a backdoor in the contract. So if you see that a contract is renounced, let that set off big alarm bells, big red flags for you. It probably is a scam. That said, I did a contract recently which I renounced. All the liquidity goes to burn. I burnt the initial liquidity. The actual people that the team, they have no control of doing anything in the contract whatsoever. There's no backdoors. That was a genuine renounce, but that is extremely rare. Assume that if a contract is relatively new, then the contract is going. If the contract is relatively recent and it's renounced, just assume it's a scam. 90% of the time, you're going to be right. Scammers renounce, genuine people do not. That's all from me, guys. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.